From the Cronkite studios in downtown Phoenix, this is Cronkite News.
A House votes on a bill that could prevent Syrian refugees from coming to the U.S. We'll bring you the latest from the Capitol.
Plus, we'll hear from the Valley's Muslim community about the Paris attacks and the fears of backlash.
And later, a Valley event celebrating both the service men and women who served our country and their service animals.
Cronkite News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Cronkite News. I'm Jesse Schultz.
And I'm Erica Lang. Thanks for joining us. Our top story tonight, Arizona lawmakers are split in the nation's capital over Middle Eastern refugees and national security.
That's after a contentious debate over background checks for people fleeing Syria and Iraq.
Cronkite News reporter Charles McConnell is tracking the latest live from Washington.
The House voted overwhelmingly in favor of a bill today that would halt the admission process for Iraqi and Syrian refugees, as well as any refugee who has been present in either of those countries since the Syrian civil war erupted in March of 2011. The Arizona delegation voted 6-3 in favor of the bill, with yes votes from all 5 Republicans and Democratic Representative Kyrsten Sinema.
The bill today gives one more level of assurance to the American public and to governors and mayors around the country.
Assurances that the refugees entering the United States are safe, a major concern of many across the country.
It's a good start in looking at national security and making sure that the refugees that we're bringing in this country are safe, reliable, and want to be part of the American way of life.
47 Democrats crossed party lines to support the Republican-led bill, and Sinema hopes that President Barack Obama will reconsider his promised veto if the bill arrives on his desk.
I urge the administration, along with many others, to embrace this modest change of certification.
The president has come under fire recently from Republicans for what critics say is a weak policy toward ISIS.
Now we're seeing the results of that gutless, tragic, cowardly policy. And unfortunately, it's the innocent that are having to pay for it.
Democrats say the bill represents a departure from American values, however, with Representative Ann Kirkpatrick saying in a statement, "America must always hold its lamp high as a beacon of hope and opportunity. We must not succumb to fear or paranoia, and we must welcome these huddled masses yearning to breathe free. This is who we are." In addition to screening by the Department of Homeland Security, potential refugees must now be approved by the FBI and the Director of National Intelligence. Live in Washington, Charles McConnell, Cronkite News.
Following the attacks in Paris, Arizona Senator John McCain is calling for an international coalition backed by at least 10,000 American troops to destroy the Islamic State on the ground in the Middle East.
What should now be clear is that ISIL is determined to attack the heart of the civilized world, Europe and the United States, that it has the intent to attack us, the capability to attack us, and the sanctuary from which to plan those attacks.
He also called President Barack Obama's rhetoric embarrassing on sticking to a failed strategy to defeat ISIS.
While Senator McCain was focused on ISIS abroad, Arizona Governor Doug Ducey said he is focused on the state itself.
This is not a partisan issue. This is a simple issue of public safety. And as governors, this is our first concern for the people inside our state.
Ducey's office said legitimate questions about refugee screening persist. This comes as the FBI confirms to Cronkite News that 6 men from Afghanistan and Pakistan were caught with smugglers along the U.S.-Mexico border. The FBI says the men were questioned by the Joint Terrorism Task Force and are now in the custody of Immigration and Customs Enforcement.
Muslims in Arizona are concerned about a backlash following the Paris attacks. Cronkite News reporter Carla Leone visited a mosque in Tempe where the imam is working to dispel fears.
Muslims have found a spiritual home at this mosque here in Tempe.
We hope Arizona as a state and the people of Arizona of different faiths will maintain their hospitality and their noble values of equity.
But following the Paris attacks, the imam worries about a backlash. There are already small signs of possible trouble.
The issue is escalating. I myself already got some bad words scratched on the front of my car.
He says Muslims face discrimination because of fears about ISIS.
This tiny radical group is hurting our faith and hurting the image of Islam and Muslims.
Many Muslims feel they have to constantly explain themselves.
We claim it, and we will claim it publicly and privately everywhere, that ISIS does not represent Islam. They are doing their own thing.
And Muslims in America don't want to be confused with the extremist group.
The collective punishment, we believe, it's not fair. It stands against our humane values, our American values, and our faith traditions values.
The faithful at this mosque believe that the common enemy is ignorance because people fear things they don't understand. The Imam here says that the doors are open for everyone and he's available to answer any questions about Islam. In Tempe, I'm Carla Leone, Cronkite News.
Border security is a big issue on the presidential campaign trail. But as Cronkite News reporter Fan Wang reports, ranchers on the Arizona border say they've been left out of the debate and forgotten by Washington lawmakers.
Cochise County shares 83 miles of border with Mexico. The smuggling routes in this region cut right through Ad Asher's ranch.
These are all guys, see, this is dope.
His ranch is 20 miles north of the border. A year ago, he set up a camera to capture images of what he faces every day.
Now it's outlaws. It's dope and outlaws.
While the number of undocumented workers crossing the Arizona border has declined, this area remains a busy drug trafficking corridor. John Ladd's ranch is right on the border.
We've had 51 trucks through our ranch in the last 3.5 years full of marijuana, and a full-size pickup, and it hadn't been caught. And they're cutting the steel wall down in the daytime and driving 3 miles to a highway. Now you tell me that we have a secure border.
Ranchers in Cochise County feel abandoned by Washington.
We don't care.
They were promised more security 5 years ago. That's when Susan Cran's husband was gunned down on their ranch about 25 miles from the border.
He called his brother on the phone and he said, "There's this illegal that looks like he's sick. Please call the Border Patrol." And that was the last we heard.
Rancher Robert Cran's murder remains unsolved. For the past 5 years, fellow ranchers have had numerous meetings with Washington lawmakers, including those from Arizona.
In the federal government, there is absolutely zero level of urgency.
And not just with border security, John Ladd would like to see some action on immigration reform, including an expanded guest worker program.
The first thing that has to happen is there has to be a legitimate work program for people to come legally.
The ranchers will have to cope with the consequences of no action by Washington. All three have their houses broken into, vehicles stolen.
We're always talking to each other. Where are you at? What are you going to do? And that's how we live.
Cattle with a helicopter.
Susan Kranz now lives with the memory of her murdered husband.
You're traumatized so emotionally and mentally and physically. You know, it takes, I don't think you ever get over it.
In Douglas, Fan Wang, Cronkite News.
The sheriff of Cochise County is getting an additional $265,000 for border security. The money comes from private donors who contributed to a fund to build additional border fencing in Arizona. State lawmakers decided to give the money to the sheriff instead.
The final attendance numbers are just coming in for this year's Arizona State Fair. And while the numbers seem mixed, fair organizers are leaving this season with their heads held high.
I love seeing different people.
Probably the food. Yeah, the rides are really amazing here.
Souvenirs. So fun.
Arizonans have their own reasons for going to the fair each year. In fact, last year, Arizona was the third most attended fair in the nation, even with the smallest fairgrounds. Christy Walsh, the assistant executive director for the fair, says she is proud of the attendance numbers for this year too, even though they are down 4% from last year.
When you consider we're an 18-day fair, we had 5 days of rain with ride closures, and we were only down a little bit less than 4% attendance-wise, so it was a really, really good year.
The final attendance number for the fair was over 1.1 million. Walsh credits the good fortune to a number of reasons.
We always offer the most affordable entertainment in town for families. We had a lot of really cool new attractions this year. People were interested in Gus Gus, the baby goat that got stolen and then returned. The fair was a week later in starting, so we didn't have the 100-degree temperatures.
And while the fair can get pricey, the fairgoers I talked to found deals to get around it.
It was a bracelet day, and they pay one price, which is $30, and they get to ride as many rides over and over again as they want.
We literally have discounts every single day at the fair.
Officials from the fair are still waiting to see the final revenue number for the year. Within the next couple months, fair officials will review what went well and what can be improved and begin the planning stages for next year.
Have you been postponing that flu shot?
Well, Uber might have you covered. Coming up on Cronkite News, what Uber is doing to help you get ready for the flu season.
And you've heard of active stations at the workplace, but what about the library? We'll show you what One Valley Library is doing to engage the public and the unlikely fans it's attracting.
Growing up, my family had no real idea of where we came from. It's kind of like being in a fog because you feel like a piece of you is missing. What is the rest of my story? I saw African American Lives on PBS. I love the series, and there was a DNA kit that you could order to find out your African ancestry. And so I really got excited. My DNA results said that I was from Ghana. Wow. It just really opened me up to a whole new world, so I went ahead and started doing things. Now my mission is to write stories to have something to pass down to the next generation. It's important to know where you're from and to tell your children, teach them that. PBS helped me to go on a journey to discover who I was, and that journey will never end.
The number of flu cases in Arizona is increasing, but health officials say that number is still low, and One Car Service is hoping to help keep it that way. Cronkite News reporter Julia Thatcher is live in downtown Phoenix and tells us what Uber is doing to help keep people healthy.
Uber says it cares about more than just getting you a safe ride home. With just a click of a button using their app, people in 36 different cities across the country were able to order a flu shot to their location.
Uber is more than just about providing rides. We're about providing experiences.
For just $10, you could have a trained nurse come to your house, business, or meet you on your lunch break to get a flu shot.
You know, you understand because you're probably really busy, I'm really busy, and it's a lot easier to fit a flu shot and flu prevention around your schedule than try and schedule around that service.
According to the Arizona Department of Health, on average, between 5 and 20% of people in Arizona get the flu. Of those people, 4,000 are hospitalized from complications. There were 300 nurses across the country participating today, and we had 10 right here in Phoenix.
Flu is a major contributor to people not being at work or school during this time of the year, and productivity just decreases so much from people getting the flu that it's just a great partnership between Uber and Passport Health to help people to be healthier.
This is the second year Uber and Passport Health provided the shots, and if you missed out, unfortunately, there are no plans to have another Uber Health Day this year. Along with flu shots, Uber also provided customers with wellness bags, which included things like water bottles and tissues. Live in downtown Phoenix, Julia Thatcher, Cronkite News.
A class action lawsuit alleges that Total Transit, which owns Discount Cab, is unlawfully charging a $10 wheelchair fee for riders who need the accessibility. The suit is brought by 3 individual plaintiffs who use wheelchairs and need a ramp to get into a taxi. They say that Discount Cab's policy violates both the Americans with Disabilities Act and the Arizonans with Disabilities Act. Discount Cab has over 1,000 taxis in Arizona. 132 are wheelchair accessible.
Standing desks and active workstations have become popular in offices, but now libraries are embracing the trend, and those most excited about it aren't even old enough to work out at the gym. Archery Wheel shows us that treadmills at the library are gaining traction with the after-school crowd.
This is only for grown-ups, so I didn't even bother to ask to use it, but then when I started seeing other kids, I was like always in line to go on it.
Sixth grader Betsy Corral is a regular at Harmon Library.
I've been going here since I was small.
It's a popular spot for students from Lowell Elementary School just across the street, and it's becoming even more popular now that there's a treadmill.
I'm pretty lucky. I was like the first one here right now.
Harmon is one of 3 Phoenix libraries to install an active workstation, a treadmill attached to a standing desk.
We're always trying to find new and innovative ways to engage the community, and this is just one more example of that.
It's not much different than a treadmill you would find at the gym. Users can walk between 0.5 and 2 miles per hour, all while browsing the web or accessing the e-library. The stations are part of a Super Bowl legacy grant to promote healthy, active communities.
When you're sedentary, there are certain negative effects that can happen to the body, particularly if you're sedentary for more than 4 hours. So this enables you to get up, you can move, you can just walk at whatever pace you want.
The treadmills were introduced a few weeks ago and have already racked up more than 300 miles of total walking distance.
This is as much to support your body as well as supporting your mind. So I think it's really a fantastic initiative.
Betsy thinks so too, and she says her mom is starting to get jealous.
She said that she wanted to get a library card too to come and exercise.
Mason says the Phoenix libraries are on the cutting edge, and these active workstations have the potential to really take off. In Phoenix, Audrey Wheel, Cronkite News. The Palo Verde, Harmon, and Yucca libraries have active workstations available on a first-come, first-served basis, and anyone is welcome to sign up for half-hour time slots. Now, Jesse, they may not know it, but fans will be part of the Sun Devil history heading to the stadium for this weekend's Territorial Cup game. Coming up on Cronkite News, community members are taking a closer look and giving their input on new renovations. And for the first time ever, the Copa America Centenario soccer tournament will be held outside of South America, and the football fever will hit the valley.
The easiest and best way to support Arizona PBS is by becoming a sustaining member. Your monthly contribution of $5 or more comes directly from your bank account or credit card, so you know your membership is always current. It also means no more renewal notices in your mailbox. So more of your dollars go to the programs you love. It's convenient for you, greener for us, and better for the planet. Become a sustaining member today.
Tap into the art scene from coast to coast. Join the Art Beat Nation, a weekly series where you'll experience a rich cultural tapestry of art stories from across America. Meet artists, writers, composers, and performers setting the pulse of the arts in America now. Join us for a brand new episode of Art Beat Nation, Sunday at 5 on 8HD. When you want to be more connected, friend us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, watch us online.
Your favorite PBS shows, ready to watch when you are. Anytime, any place. Find more ways to explore than ever before.
What are you doing?
Possibilities. Your day is filled with them.
Reach up, energy in the fingertips, collapse. TV, play Downton Abbey.
And PBS helps everyone discover theirs. Anytime, anywhere.
Up in the sky, you can see it.
PBS, we're with you for life.
The Valley played host to the Pro Bowl and Super Bowl earlier this year. College football's championship game will be played in Glendale in just over 7 weeks, and the Final Four will be here in 2017. Now, a major soccer event is coming to the desert. This morning, the governing bodies for soccer across North, Central, and South America announced Phoenix will be one of 10 cities to host the upcoming Copa America Centenario tournament. Games will take place at University of Phoenix Stadium in Glendale. The international tournament will feature 16 countries from across the Western Hemisphere.
It's exciting. Once again, it shows that Glendale understands how to put these events on. We have a stadium that, in my opinion, is second to none. The culture here is, we know how to do this. In fact, our slogan is Glendale's got game.
Other cities chosen include Los Angeles, San Francisco, New York, and Chicago. The tournament will take place from June 3rd to the 26th of 2016.
We're just 2 days away from the biggest football rivalry in the state of Arizona. The Territorial Cup will be played at Sun Devil Stadium, which is in the middle of a 3-year renovation project. Today, the university held an open house at the stadium. The public could come in and take a look at the changes and even give some input. The stadium is designed to be a multi-purpose facility and to be able to hold more than just football games. The project is expected to be completed before the 2017 season.
A new study shows a new benefit to switching to solar power, saving water. Right now, nearly all of Arizona's energy comes from thermal or hydro power plants. These plants average 685 gallons of water per megawatt hour, but solar energy averages 2 gallons of water per megawatt hour. The former director of Arizona's Department of Water Resources says if rooftop solar generated 20% of the state's energy, we would save 15 billion gallons of water, enough water to sustain the entire population of Chandler for 1 year.
Saving water is no longer an option, it's an absolute necessity. And most people don't realize that when you turn on the lights or the air conditioner, that you're also consuming water.
Right now, rooftop solar accounts for less than 1% of Arizona's energy.
It's a program that works to pair service animals with veterans.
Coming up on Cronkite News, the Chandler event that aims to honor those who served our country and bring awareness to animal companions.
Fridays, it's at Cronkite News, your social sharing connection where you choose the news. Facebook likes and shares, tweets, retweets, and favorites. YouTube views and subscriptions. We're watching you watch us. From our digital home at cronkitenews.azpbs.org to your television, web browser, or mobile device. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Then join us for at Cronkite News, our weekly refresh, each Friday at 5 on Arizona PBS.
The easiest and best way to support 8 Arizona PBS is by becoming a sustaining member. Your monthly contribution of $5 or more comes directly from your bank account or credit card, so you know your membership is always current. It also means no more renewal notices in your mailbox. So more of your dollars go to the programs you love. It's convenient for you, greener for us, and better for the planet. Become a sustaining member today.
Hi, I'm Judy Woodruff, co-anchor of the PBS NewsHour. Preparing the next generation of journalists has never been more important than it is now. With its groundbreaking partnership with Arizona PBS, the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication at ASU is revolutionizing journalism education to provide students with a real opportunity to work and learn under the supervision of veteran journalists, producers, directors, and editors on newscasts, investigative stories, and documentary productions. The Cronkite School and Arizona PBS, reinventing journalism education in the digital age.
A nonprofit organization in the Valley is on a mission to find dogs for vets. Cronkite News reporter Jackie Padilla went to Chandler to see how service is taking on a new meaning.
The American Service Animal Society trains dogs to help veterans who face challenges after their time in the service. And I found out a helping paw goes a long way.
At that time, I didn't think I needed a service dog. I thought I was mighty and I could do everything on my own.
Barbara Jetter says she has diabetes, and little Nutmeg is able to detect when her blood sugar is running low.
I've learned that she's smarter than I am, that she is more in tune. She knows me better than I know myself.
The dogs are trained to do numerous tasks like open doors, stay alert in what could be distracting environments, and even call 911.
It's like having a nurse on duty, though, 24 hours of the day.
Coast Guard veteran James Falskin says in the service he learned the importance of sacrifice and to honor those who walk beside him.
She's my squad now, but this is it, me and her. There is not a whole lot out there that we can't face together. but I'd take a bullet for her anytime.
The nonprofit organization co-hosts Woofstock, an event it says brings veterans and the public together.
We have vendors. Every doggy activity that you can wish to see is going to be demonstrated.
And to pay tribute to those who served, everyone is invited to take the Walk of Honor.
There are going to be signs where people have purchased to honor their loved ones, their pets, display their business, as well as giving, honor back to the veterans.
Falskin hopes this event helps fellow veterans understand the benefits of owning a service animal.
You build a bond with your dog, and you walk out the door a whole lot stronger than what you did when you walked in.
Woofstock is this Saturday at Tumbleweed Park in Chandler from 9 a.m. to 1:30. Admission is free, and the American Service Animal Society will be accepting donations to help provide training sessions for veterans and their dogs. In the Broadcast Center, Jackie Padilla, Cronkite News.
Cronkite News is proud to be the news division of Arizona PBS. Here's what's next on Arizona Horizon and PBS NewsHour.
Coming up after Cronkite News, it's Arizona Horizon. We will speak with Animal Planet star and best-selling cat behaviorist Jackson Galaxy, who joins us to talk about creating a cat-friendly home.
I'm Gwen Eiffel on the next NewsHour. The House of Representatives votes to ramp up screening of Syrian refugees seeking asylum in the U.S., earning an immediate White House veto threat. That's Thursday on the PBS NewsHour.
That's it for Cronkite News tonight. Thanks for joining us.
For top Arizona stories anytime, go to cronkitenews.azpbs.org.